speech for you. And it's all about all students should be homeschooled. Education is viewed as an essential commodity to the future of every child. It is the parents' desire to give their children the best education in a favorable environment. In an attempt, parents have to choose their best schooling system considering the abilities of their children. It is their choice if they will let their children enroll to a public or private school or just stay inside their houses and be homeschooled. Now, public or private school and homeschool are completely different. Homeschool is also known as home education, and this kind of education is usually conducted by the parent or tutor. A public school, on the other hand, is where the tuition fees of the students and other school requirements are paid by the government. While a private school is kind of the same in public school, but the tuition fees and school requirements are not supported by the government. Parents make their decisions depending on their social and economic beliefs. Sometimes, the factors that they follow depends on the experience they had with their schools. There are many advantages of being homeschooled, but there are more disadvantages in studying at home rather than being in a classroom and interacting with your classmates. A parent may be having a good quality in choosing an education, but there is still a possibility that they may not be qualified to be a teacher. Even if you hire a tutor, there is also a possibility that the tutor you hire isn't trustworthy. Teaching requires an ability to have a better understanding for the students to gain knowledge from them. In homeschooling, there won't be a trained teacher that can be available to guide the child. That's one of the disadvantages of homeschooling. A child must have proper guidance. What if your parents are also working outside your home and has many household chores? Even if they try to add their teaching lessons into their schedule, one must bear in mind that education is very important and that it needs to be a priority because it is for their child's future. According to Homeschooling Explained, homeschooled children do not possess well-developed social skills. Because they are not exposed to different types of people, they won't have the same social life with children who went to school. Homeschooling hinders the development of the child by limiting social interaction. In a standard setting where children go to school, they are exposed to diverse cultural backgrounds and promotes interpersonal skills. As opposed to homeschooling, it is the complete opposite. Schools are given to children to have an opportunity in participating through various social activities like debates, sports, or other competitions. They expose them to the real world and therefore maximizing a child's emotional, social, and psychological development. As Hegarty explained, homeschooled children are not comfortable when people are around them, excluding their family members. They will not hang out or interact with others because they lack skills of interaction. Although homeschooled children also have friends, they are not bonded because they seldom meet together. Homeschooled children face major social problems, like they cannot interact with different groups of people properly, and because of this, there is a possibility that it can affect their future when they grow up. Homeschooled children doesn't really enjoy their childhood because their freedom is constrained by their parents. This is also one of the possible reasons why parents chose to let their child experience homeschool. There are many other things that a child must learn through experience that cannot be taught through educational settings. For example, by exploring the nature, children are able to understand more about the relationship between living and non-living organisms. Even if homeschool children have the opportunity to enjoy the outdoors, their time is limited, and it depends on their parents. But still, some homeschooled parents argue that the children will not face this kind of dilemma. However, those who are home educated for a long period of time and eventually made a decision to attend a public or private school are found to be lacking in social skills. As they are exposed to social environment, such as working or entering a college or university, they experience physiological problems that mainly results from communication. They are stuck in their comfort zones, also known as their homes, and seldom interact with others. Once they are around people, it is possible that they will feel scared and uncomfortable And when they experience problems or hardships, they will really feel the difficulty and they do not know how to handle the situation. They are forced to adapt to a new social environment that they also never experienced before. So if you're going to ask me, should all students be homeschooled? My answer is no. I completely disagree, because homeschooling is not an ideal choice to educate children. Even if it provides alternative options to the standard education method, the system is still not complete. People do not have faith in homeschooling because it cannot provide a comprehensive development to the children. Homeschooled children also do not interact with a wide range of people. If a child is deficient in social experiences, they will definitely encounter dilemmas once they continue studying in higher education. Their social circle is small, and because of this, they will face psychological problems as they interact with people. Their freedoms are restrained as well. Parents have to invest great amount of time to supervise their children's education. There is a possibility that the parents who are both breadwinner are forced to give up his or her career in order to tutor their children. As a result, the family will also face financial difficulty. Their children's future is in the hands of their parents, and the parents should choose the safest option, and that's the traditional educational system, a public or private school. Thank you.